Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Karasek. Thanks for joining us for the second part of our multi-part series on how to use Twitter for corporate and issue-based clients. Last time we talked about how to read information on Twitter. Now we're going to talk about how to put information out there on Twitter and how to reach your followers. So let's jump right to it. This time we're starting on my profile page rather than my home page, which is navigable from right up here. And instead of seeing what everyone else that I follow is saying, we're looking at information about me. This is me, and this is a little information about myself and a link to my website. And these are all of my tweets, as usual, going to the most recent at the top. Last time we talked about these folks, the folks that we're following and the information they put out there. This time we're going to talk about these people, our followers. And last time, if we clicked right here, we could see more information about the followers. But instead, let's pop over to the homepage and talk about how to talk to them. So right here, this is your main screen for sending out information. And the biggest thing that it's telling us is this, that we only have 140 characters. That's not words, it's not even letters, it's 140 characters, all inclusive, including spaces and punctuation. So what can we say? Well, first off, let's let everyone know. And I hit tweet. And that will appear in the timeline of every one of these people who are following me, just as I've been reading in my timeline what other people say. Now, say I want to get a little bit more complicated with it and use some of the things that we learned last time about the anatomy of a tweet. So this time, I'm not just going to tweet something simple like what I'm doing. I'm going to say that we're going to look into how to decide if you want to buy an iPad via my friend Laura. So we're going to recognize her for providing us with this link by putting her in here with an @reply. And then we're going to come over to the picture. This is it. How to buy an iPad. Copy the URL and go ahead and place that here in the tweet. We're going to tweet it out to our followers, and now Laura has been recognized for providing the link, and our followers can see this picture. In fact, they don't even have to leave Twitter or follow the link to do it. They can pop it out over here and see it right on screen, integrated in Twitter. That's how you can use multimedia without even leaving twitter.com. Now, instead of saying that it was via Laura, I could have actually just gone and said, what do my friends need to know? Well, I think that Stephen Colbert is a pretty funny guy. And I would love for my friends to all read that if he could have one superpower, the power would be 3 superpowers. And I don't necessarily want them to have to follow Stephen Colbert in order to read that. So I'm very simply going to hit here and say retweet. It's going to ask me if I want all of my followers to see it. I'm going to say that in fact I do. And now it's got a symbol showing here, so that will actually show up in my friend's timeline as if they have been following Stephen Colbert with a small note that says that I retweeted it to them. This is the biggest goal when you're passing information around on Twitter. You want to be retweetable. That's something we're going to talk about in our best practices and our piece on how to increase your followers and increase your... But say I want to say something to one of my friends and I don't necessarily want everyone to see it in the whole wide world. Is there a way to do that? Absolutely there is. So let's see here. How about our friend Alex Ring? We're going to go up here to messages. And it's asking me who I want to send it to. Our colleague here at Dozen Hall Resources Outsorting. And I'm going to tell her. I still only get that 140 characters, so you still have to keep it short. But when I send it, she's going to receive it as a direct message here in message box. It will not go to her profile or to the homepage where people can read it. That's a private conversation taking place only between she and I. So that's it from us on how to tweet for corporate and issue.